Hey guys, I'm Pixel Dan, and this is a review of the Star Wars Force Awakens Black Series 6-inch Constable Zuvio. Yeah, this is a really wild-looking character from the Force Awakens, so let's check out his brand new 6-inch action figure. As you can see, he comes in that same style window box packaging with a nice bright red background and a window that fully showcases our figure within. If you rotate that around to the backside, we have a very brief description that doesn't tell us a whole lot about the character. It notes that he is a vigilante law officer on a mostly lawless world. The tough and humorless Constable Zuvio keeps order in a frontier trading post. So, it'll be interesting to see exactly how this guy turns out because, as of the time I'm recording this, I have not yet seen The Force Awakens. So let's go ahead and pull Constable Zuvio outside of the packaging and take a closer look at the figure. He is quite a wild-looking character. Looks to be a new alien species, I think. He's definitely not recognizable to me, so I'm not sure exactly what he is. But he's got a really cool look to him. So let's go ahead and start with that head there. Really differently shaped head that we've got going on. You can see he's got this really cool helmet that sits on the top of his head there. And his face has got this very flat look to it. Very differently shaped. He's wearing kind of these bandages or this cloth over his face, so it covers his face up except for his eyes. He's got those yellow eyes there, little crooked painted. The pupils are a little crooked on there, but otherwise I really like the paint job of his skin tone and everything on there. This figure's got a lot of great shading and everything going on. He's got this little metal contraption of some sort hanging around his neck, sort of like a headset here on the back of his head, but it's got this really nice kind of gunmetal silvery color, and the same for this backpack that you can see attached to his back. It's a separate piece. It's got a little peg there, so you'll have to plug that in outside of the box, but it's got a really interesting design. Almost looks like a radar type thing on the top, maybe an antenna of some sort, but it's got a really nice kind of wash job there, so it looks really worn and very cool looking. The rest of his outfit is really intriguing to me as well, because look at the color scheme. Does that remind you of anybody? As soon as I pulled this guy out of the box, I got a very Boba Fett vibe from him. Seriously, the greens and these kind of reddish colors and those yellows with all of the scrapes on there that really kind of shows the silver armor pieces underneath the paint. It's got a very Boba Fett look to it. I don't know if there's a reason for that or if it's just a coincidence, but it's pretty uncanny how much those colors remind me of Boba. But looking down at the rest of the outfit, I love kind of the dingy nature of the front of his robe thing that he's wearing there. It's pretty sweet looking. Great sculpted details in there, lots of wrinkles and everything. Same with the boots that he's wearing. Lots of great textures and everything. So overall, I feel like this is a really nicely sculpted figure that has a really good paint deco. Just a really cool, very eye-catching looking new alien. So let's go ahead and talk about articulation for Constable Zuvio. The head is on that same style ball joint. You'll notice he doesn't quite have a neck like everybody else, but still has the nice hinge joint there, so you can move the head forwards and backwards as well as roll it all the way around, so good range of motion there. He does have ball joints at the shoulders. The armor that he's wearing, that's part of that sculpt there, is going to hinder them just a bit. You can still move the arms forwards and backwards. You got swivels above the elbow, standard elbow bend. You got swivels at the wrist. The armor piece kind of comes over the wrist, so it is going to get in the way just a little bit, but not too bad. You also got those hinge joints as well. You can rotate the upper body underneath the robe that he's wearing. You'll also notice that he does have the ball-like joints at the thighs, but they are definitely going to be hindered because of the cloth robe thing that he's wearing there, or the plastic robe, not cloth. Swivels at the upper thighs. He's got the double joints at the knees there, and then we've got the same really nice ankle articulation that we've seen on all the other figures in this line. So the articulation is pretty much the same from what we've seen on everybody else. He's just not going to be able to get quite as dynamic of poses because of the outfit that he's wearing. So aside from the little backpack that I already showed you guys, he also comes with one weapon in the form of this staff with the blade on the end of it. I love all the paint on this. It's got a really great paint deco. Nice grays in the middle, got a gray strap hanging from it, but we also got that same kind of gunmetal silver scene on it in places, which is really nice. And so you can kind of hold this thing as a staff. You can even get some nice two-handed poses with it. And just a really cool looking character overall, especially with that weapon in his hand. So there you go, my friends. There is a look at the brand new Black Series 6-inch Constable Zuvio figure. I have a feeling that this is going to be one of those characters that doesn't have a very big role in the movie, but we still got a really cool looking action figure from him, and that's what Star Wars is all about, right? Really cool looking characters that we want toys of. And this guy definitely makes for a very fun toy. He's got a great sculpt and a really good paint job, and he definitely makes me excited to see what he's all about. So Constable Zuvio is part of the second wave of the Force Awakens 6-inch Black Series figures and should be on store shelves right now, so happy hunting, my friends. And hey, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget the like button and subscribe so you never miss out on one of my videos. Until next time, my friends.